welcome back to the Autumn Poppy Designs podcast. My name is Paula and I am coming to you from Cambridge, Ontario, Canada. So, I don't know what episode this is. It has been quite a while since my last one. My knitting mojo's been kind of all over the place and I've been working on new designs, so I haven't really been knitting for myself, and I haven't had that much on the go. But I managed to pull some stuff together to give you a little bit of an update about what's been going on here. So let's get started. Okay, let's talk about finished objects first, I guess. So you know what, let's start with the most recent pattern release. Yeah, these are my romance socks. So they feature a fun little cuff. They're shorties because you want this part to sit just over your shoe or a little higher. And yeah, so they're cuff down, heel flap and gusset. The cuff is knit separately and then attached to the rest of the sock. There's a little bit of ribbing to hold it all together. Sorry, I've got a really bad tickle. Okay. I don't know what that is. I'm still getting over whatever cold that was that the kids had. Now I'm coughing all the time. Penny basically got pneumonia, which was not fun at all. We were in the hospital on Sunday. Yes, on Sunday, on Mother's Day. She had to get an IV, fluids. She's on antibiotics now, which is fantastic. This is actually helping, and she hasn't had a fever since Sunday. It was horrible. She had fevers every 6 hours starting Wednesday morning. She didn't sleep for like 3 days. We were all so exhausted. And then Theo was sick starting last Saturday. So he was out for like a week and a day. He just went back to school on Tuesday. And now I have this horrible cough. One day we'll all be okay again. So if I sound a little off, I do apologize. It's this cold. I'm still a little bit snuffly and I am coughing. So I apologize. Okay. So like I said, socks are cuffed down. I use this gorgeous sock set from Lizzie Ann Yarns in one of the, I believe it was Anna Green Gables club colorways. Yes. And this club colorway was from like 3 years ago now. I bought it because I loved it. And then it just sat around for a bit until I figured out what to do with it. And because it was white, I didn't really want to make socks with it because, you know, white socks. And I was planning to do maybe like a one skein shawl with a little detail from the sock, from the mini skein, but just nothing was coming to me. And then I saw this, what do you call it? It's like a hem border. Sorry, it's not focusing at all. There we go. I saw this hem border and I was like, oh, that would be really cute on a pair of socks. And then it all just came together. So here we are. So yeah, you can find this pattern in my Ravelry and Etsy shops. I'll link it down below if you're interested. And yeah, they are very quick to knit. I mean, the cuff was it wasn't even time consuming, it was just different. So it took a minute, but Yeah, and I love adding a little pop of color to the heel turn, and then I had to do the contrast toe. So yeah, so that's my latest sock release. The other pattern that I released before that was these nature walk socks. So this is the original sample, and then this was the variation, and then this was an idea I just couldn't get out of my head. So yeah, so the sock is also knit cuff down. It uses two 50-gram sock sets with a 20-gram mini. And what I did is I used color 1 for the cuff, heel, and toe. And then I used the second color to do these 1-by-1 stripes throughout the body of the sock. And it's really fun because you just use helical knitting. So you don't even realize you're changing colors. And it's so fast and it's so addicting because you're very much like, okay, just one more stripe, just one more stripe, just one more stripe, and then the sock's done. So yeah, here I can give you these colors. They kind of blend together, I guess. They can't really see the striping as well, but it's pretty clear here. And really, I mean, this was the dark version, this was the light version, and then this was the fun version. So, there we go. So, the other finished pair then is this pair, because I actually knit the second sock. I meant to have everything done before the release, but that just did not happen. So, I am knitting on the partner to this one. I just got a little stalled because of the lace section, because I do need to focus on it, at least just for the first repeat. But what I did with this one is I did the dark first, and then I'm gonna stripe with the red. So I thought that might look really fun to have these slightly different socks. And then I'm just gonna do this one like this. One day, one day I will get there. Okay. And then the other sock that I finished recently is, oh, sorry, I should mention, those are the Nature Walk socks. And they are also available in my Ravelry and Etsy shops. And I will link them down below. Okay. So, the other sock that's in testing right now is this. I am calling these my Speckled Egg socks because that is the name of the colorway. It's called Speckled Eggs. And it's another colorway from Lizzie Ann Yarns. They released this for Easter 2 years ago now. Not last year, year before. Maybe the year before that. I honestly cannot tell you. It's been a blur. But yes. I want to say maybe 3 years ago now. Oh my God, where has time gone? Anyway. So I used the mini skein here because it was a sock set. So it's got this fun leaf pattern here, and then it's got texture down the rest of the leg, and I loved it. This was very addicting to knit. I loved using the sock set in a slightly different way. It's a rolled cuff, it's cuffed down. And yeah. Heel flap and gusset, of course. I use a Irish partridge heel because it's my favorite. Yeah, that's really it. I have to cast on the second sock. Here's the yarn though, but you can see it's so beautiful. So beautiful. I'm not a big green person. Like, I'm very particular about my greens. And this just spoke to me. When I saw this on their website, I had to have it. So, yeah. There's really not much else to say about these. I have to knit the second one still. It's in testing. The deadline for the test knit is the 19th. I'm hoping to release it after that, sometime around maybe like the 25th or something, because I will be going away for the long weekend, the May long weekend, to visit with some family, and I'll be able to get photos up there. So I will probably be releasing it after the long weekend. Yes, yes. Yes. All right. That is it for finished objects. I have half finished objects, which I guess that sock was and all those other socks were. So my first half finished object is this sock I knit for B. It is a Halloween colorway from Area 51 Fibers, and I had this contrasting blue just in my stash. I did ask him if he wanted the socks to be more or less Halloween-y, and he said less. So I believe this color is called Spook or Speckled or something like that. I don't know, but I know he likes orange, so I really wanted to get him some orange socks. So I finished the first one, haven't even cast on the second one. I haven't even, like, I finished this sock maybe last month, maybe the month before, I'm not sure. And I just haven't knit on it, and even started the second one. So I gotta do that. But, oh, I should mention, all my socks are knit on US 1 needles. I used, I do 64 stitches for his socks because he's got very skinny feet. So it makes knitting faster. I just do a 1x1 cuff, heel flap gusset, and then just my standard toe. That's it. I kind of just knit the leg as long as he, like, I just knit it, and then I ask him if he likes the length of it, and he says yes or no, and then we move on. So I don't really have a specific pattern. I mean, he's asked for one pair of socks to be a little shorter, he's asked for some socks to be taller. It's really just a matter of preference. So yeah, I don't remember. I remember sharing this sock with you. I just don't remember if you ever saw it finished. So this is Crocus Fibers birthday colorway, and then Midnight Genius with mohair held double to reinforce, because this is a BFL sock. So I did this toe up. There's gusset increases here, and then there's a heel flap gusset, which I also held double to reinforce, and then I did a 1x1 cuff, and I think I did about 20 rows. Yeah, 64 stitches, again, that's my size. So yeah, I love this colorway. It is just stunning. I love all the speckling. Speckled yarn is like my favorite, my absolute favorite. And then the other sock that I finished most recently, and by most recently I mean like Monday, is this. This was the Crocus colorway, which was a special sock set that Crocus Fibers put out. I love these colors so much, and the little mini that came with it looks so good. And again, I used mohair, and I did a Fish Lips Kiss heel toe up. Yeah. And the reason I didn't do the heel flap and gusset is because you are increasing stitches in here, so the stripes would have become narrower, and I didn't want that, so I just did it this way. Although the heel flap and gusset is my preferred heel. Like, it just fits so good. For the longest time I was doing these heels and I realized I don't love them, but I did want this sock to look a certain way, so that's why I went with that heel. Yeah, I am obsessed, like absolutely obsessed with these 3 colors right here. The dark green, the pink, and the gold. I need them in my life. Just like that. Just single skeins of those. So yeah. Definitely need to cast on this again. I feel like I'm just gonna have a huge cast on party, cast on all the socks, and bring them with me to the cottage when we go visit family and just knit on socks the whole time. But we shall see. So, the other thing, the other sock that I have that's technically a half-finished object is this. How awesome is this sock? It is so wild. I can't. Let me put it on a blocker for you so you can see it better, because I haven't blocked it yet. I still have to weave in all the ends, but I want to show you the full force of this sock because it is just a lot, and it makes me very happy with how a lot it is. So this is the Toucan mini skein set from Crocus Fibers. Again, this is from like 2 years ago. And there we go. So it's a cuff down sock. It's my own design. And I did this as part of the sock school cuff down set of tutorials that I did. So I did a 2x2. I did a little purl bump. I showed how to do color work in the tutorials, how to do a heel flap, gusset decreases, color work again. I just added these colors in here because I wanted to use up the most of the sock set as I could, because it was 5 20-gram colorways. So yeah, and then color work before the toe, and then the toe. And I have to upload the video later today. I recorded this last Friday, and everything went to hell around here, so it kind of went to the back burner. But yeah, I mean, look how fun it is. It's just, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. But I will be publishing this pattern, but it will only be available to my Patreon subscribers. And it will be free to Patreon subscribers. But yeah, it will be a very exclusive, only for Patreon members pattern, because it's part of the sock school tutorials. So yes. I also have a cuff or a toe up vanilla sock recipe that's available to Patreon subscribers for free. So, which was part of the sock school as well, because I did oh my goodness, I'm running out of words. So year before, I did a set of tutorials teaching you how to knit toe up socks over on my Patreon. And so the vanilla recipe that came with those tutorials is available for free as as a PDF. There we go. As a PDF. So yeah. All right. So that's that. The other thing that I've been working on is a new shawl design, but it's been going rather slow because I don't really know where I'm going with it. I just know I wanted to use the one stitch pattern, which I adore, and that's as far as I got. So this was a sale colorway from Crocus Fibers. I think it was just a one-off. This was the May colorway for an exclusive sock that I designed with Lizzie Ann Yarns. So my May Year sock pattern is done with this colorway. And then this is the leftover yarn from those shorty socks that I showed you earlier. So yeah, that's really as far as I got. I'm still deciding whether I want to make it a wrap or if it wants to be more of a triangle shape. I don't know. I'm leaning towards wrap because I do love them a lot. I like how they're just basically giant scarves that are easy to just wrap around your neck a couple times and go. So yeah, still playing around with that one, trying to have an epiphany, if you will, as to what that one's supposed to look like. And then the last thing I recently cast on is a sweater for Penny, because A, she needs a birthday sweater, and B, I just have this pattern kicking around in my head for a while now. I started working on it last year, but took it all out because the the size I was knitting and the numbers I was getting was all wrong. It was gonna be way too small, so I restarted it yesterday. Yeah, this is how much I've done since yesterday. I now split for the sleeves. I'm just working away on the body. I have to do the collar, and yeah. This is a sock set from the Cranky Knitter, and it comes with this beautiful mini that I am going to use on the body of the sweater. I don't want to tell you too much about it because I want it to be a shocking surprise, because I think it'll be really fun. I am going to start knitting on the sleeves soon because it is just 100 grams. I don't know if it'll be enough for the whole body for her. So what I might do is I might make it a crop sweater for her to wear over dresses or under overalls, because she owns quite a few pairs of overalls because they're fun and they're so great and I love them so much, and she looks so adorable in them, and I can't wear overalls, so she's gonna have to wear all the overalls. So yeah, I can't remember the name of that colorway. I don't even have the tag on me. I think it's downstairs on my desk. Let me check real quick. No. Oh, there you go. Here's the, so this is Area 51 Fibers. Whoops. And the colorway is called Speckle or Spook. There you go, and it's on their Sturdy Alien base. Can you see that okay? Focus. I don't know. Okay, it's an 80/20 superwash nylon. So yeah. And the dark version of my Nature Walk socks is from Brian Dye Works, and it was navy and wine prototypes, 50 grams each, and 20 grams of brulee on her 75/25 merino sock. And it was a weekly feature back when she was doing weekly features. So yeah. Okay. Last thing I have to share with you, knitting wise, is my genie cardigan. I took this up with me to the cottage when we went to visit family, and I didn't wind up a second ball of yarn, so this is one ball. Like I said, it's a cardigan. See, cardigan. It has this lovely texture on it. And I am working right now on the second set of sleeve increases. Brittany of Crocus Fibers and I were knitting this together. You know, keeping each other company. And she's pretty much finished her sweater now, so yeah. I'm so jealous because I want to wear it. But I still have to kick up that other yarn. We went to visit family almost like a month ago now, and I still haven't kicked up that second ball of yarn. Instead, I started on Penny's sweater, so I thought that was way more important considering her birthday is coming up in August. And it's pretty much already June, so gotta get cracking. Yep. So that is all the knitting for me. I feel like I flew through that very fast, and I apologize. So if you have any questions, just post them down below and I'll be happy to answer them. So moving on now to reading and books, because that's been a huge part of my time lately. I've actually already read 6 books this year, which I know doesn't sound like much to most people, is huge for me because that's almost a book a month. And that's really good, considering I started in February. But yeah, I just never gave myself time to read, I guess. Like with little kids and everything running around, I felt like I couldn't read around them. And then by the time the night came, I just wanted to hang out with my husband and knit and watch movies. So there was just never time for reading. But now that I forced him to start reading again, we read together at night. And yeah, we either read together at night or I knit and read during the day when they're just playing. And it's been so good, so good. I actually haven't really watched TV in like a month. Like I'll watch a movie here or there, or I'll put on like Friends in the background or something if I'm not reading, I guess. But I don't know. It's been so nice to have the TV off. I could almost care less about it now. We do let the kids watch shows every now and again, like especially if they've just had a crazy day and they just need to wind down and stuff. So we let them watch TV then, but they're really watching things like just like Disney programming, because we don't have cable. So we watch Disney, or we have Crave. And that's it. That's the 2 subscriptions we have for all our TV. So eventually you get kind of bored watching the same thing over and over. So it's been nice to escape to books again. I used to be a huge reader. When I was in high school, I would read like 2 books a week. And that's not even an exaggeration because I lived at the library. Yeah, I was constantly reading. It was fantastic. I can't even tell you all the books I've read. But yes, let me get a drink of water because I'm gonna cough again. Okay, so all the books I've read this year so far are all the Agatha Christie's. I've been following the Read Christie 2022 challenge, which is it's from the official Agatha Christie website, and every year they put out a list, like a themed list of books to read. And this year's theme is adventure and travel, which has been really great. So The Man in the Brown Suit was the book for January, which I read. I was actually reading that book before the list came out, so I finished it finally. Then Death on the Nile was February. March was After the Funeral, which was a Hercule Poirot, and that was Death on the Nile as well. And honestly, the book Death on the Nile was so much better than the movie. The movie was still really good, but they changed a lot, like a lot. So yeah. Okay, so there was After the Funeral. April was, what was last month's book? Last month's book was, I honestly am blanking so hard. And I just finished it too. Like, I just read it. Oh my goodness, I can't think of it. Was it a... It was a Hercule book. Oh, it's bugging me now. I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's downstairs. We have a little bookshelf downstairs, so that's where it is. I can't think of it. I'm sorry. I am so blanking. But you can see the list on their website if you're interested. They're really quite good, the books. I think they're so much fun. There's so much adventure and mystery, and she does a really good job of spinning it in such a way that you can't figure it out. At least I can't figure it out. I mean, I was so sure I had it. Actually, I know exactly what the story was from last month. It's coming to me now, and I can't think of the name of it. Oh no, that was The Blue Train. No, I read The Blue Train. Murder on the Blue Train, I think it was, or Mystery of the Blue Train, something Blue Train. That was one of the other recommended books, and that's what I read. That's the one I read. But I don't remember what the actual book for April was now, because The Blue Train was an extra, so I read that. Anyway, okay, moving on. So this month they have 2 books. And they had Murder on the Links, which... Oh my goodness, it's coming to me. Hold on, it's coming to me. Why Didn't They Ask Evans? That's what it was. The April book was Why Didn't They Ask Evans? Yes. Anyway, that one. That's actually a TV show now on... Oh gosh, BritBox, I think. That's what that subscription service for British TV shows is. Yeah, that's a TV show on there now, so that's why they chose that one for April, because that's when the show came out. But yes, that one was really good. It was random. It felt very random, but it was so good. You're also just kind of curious, like, where is she gonna take it from here? Like, where is it gonna go? So yes, that one was really good. Then I read the Blue Train Murder one, which was also which I was so convinced. I was like, I know this one. I can figure it out. Nope. Totally left field with that one. So Murder on the Links is May's book, and I just finished it yesterday. And I was lucky enough to get that one on my Kobo. I was gifted a Kobo. It's from 2012, so it's nothing... super awesome. I mean, it's still really awesome getting a Kobo and stuff, but it's nothing fancy, I guess, because yeah, they don't even make this one anymore, and you can't even buy cases for them anymore. And mine is secondhand, so I was gifted this one. So the spine is fallen apart, and I mean, I don't care. I love it. I love it just the way it is. It's perfect. But yes, so I have the free Kobo Plus month, and then I have to start paying $10 a month for it if I want to keep it. So I got Murder on the Links for free, which I just finished yesterday. And then right now I am reading the other one for this month, which is called The Secret Adversary. So I just started it. I don't know if you can see that. So yeah, I have 15% read of that one. I also have Murder on the Orient Express here, which I really want to read, because I did watch the movie without reading the book, and I want to really read the book before I watch the movie again, just to see how much how different they are. Because I really do like the new Agatha Christie-esque movies that they've done. Like, the guy who plays Hercule and is the director, he's done such an amazing job with them. I think they're really, really quite good. But they're different, right? I mean, they're never gonna take a book and make it exactly the same on the screen, because they can't. So it's just interesting to see how much it changes. But over on Patreon. We are reading The Magpie Murders. And it's nothing fancy. We're just kind of randomly reading it and touching base and chatting about it every now and again when we can. And yeah, so this is by Anthony Horowitz. I came across it, honestly, I was at work. I was at the hotel. I was turning down a room and they had this book out. And I was like, oh, that's curious. So I took a look at the back and it was like, oh, I have to put this into my Goodreads. So then a couple days later, I checked it out again, saw that it was on sale at Chapters, and I grabbed it. So yeah, I didn't realize that Anthony Horowitz was given a contract from the Sherlock Holmes estate to be their next writer for the Sherlock Holmes stories. So that was kind of cool. It's what sold me to check out this book. I'm not very far in. I actually haven't touched it since reading this this much. So it's been over a month. But yeah, I want to finish reading the other book from this month, and then I will pick this one up again. And yeah, if you haven't heard of this book, definitely check it out. It's written as a book within a book, so it's interesting that way. And it's a murder mystery. So basically this editor is reading this book by an author, and what you're reading is her reading the book, if that makes sense. And within the book, there's a murder mystery, but it's not quite clear, and she begins to have suspicions, and then it goes into her trying to understand what the murder mystery is and trying to figure it all out. So yeah, it's kind of cool. It's different. And this is the first one out of the collection, because there's I think there's 3 books in this series now. So yeah. And then I recently picked up, actually I was ordering a book for my husband because he finished reading his book. He read Blacktop Wasteland. I can't tell you who it's by because I can't remember. But he finished that book. He like devoured it. He said it was really quite good. And then he went to move on to the other book that I got him, but he just hasn't been feeling it. So I ordered him this. And this one is off of his to be read list that I put together for him. And I'm sure you've heard of this one. It's kind of new and it's been all over Instagram and stuff. Wow, I did not realize how big it was. But yeah, anyway, so it says 9 strangers receive a list with their names on it in the mail. Nothing else, just a list of names on a single sheet of paper. None of the 9 people know or have ever met the others on the list. They dismiss it as junk mail, a fluke, until very, very bad things begin happening to people on that list. And there's an FBI agent involved, and yeah. It kind of made me think of And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. So, it's his book, but I'm obviously going to read it because it sounds amazing. Yeah. So there's that one. And then, because I was buying him a book, I had to buy myself a book, so I grabbed this one. This is the same person who wrote The Maid, The Nanny. I think it's The Nanny. It says of what she knew. What she knew? Yeah. Yeah. So she, Gillian Macmillan also wrote What She Knew and The Nanny. So, it's about a group of women who travel to the most remote place in England for a weekend escape, only to discover a startling note saying that one of their husbands will be killed before they return home. So, yeah. It says 3 couples, 2 bodies, 1 secret. So it sounded really good. It was on sale, so I picked it up. I really, really like reading murder mysteries. I love whodunits. I don't know what it is, but it's like thrillers are great. I just like to be kept in suspense and not know what's happening. I have read romances and I have read fantasy novels and things like that, but I always keep coming back to murder mysteries. I actually haven't been feeling any of like the feel-good romancy kind of books lately. I don't know. I don't know. And then yesterday I went out to the mall and I picked up this one. I saw it there. It was on sale. I had seen somebody share it on Instagram and I put it on my list, and then I was in chapters and it was like, I have to grab it. So, as you can guess from the title, that's what it's about. And I'm so excited because I love Pride and Prejudice. It is my favorite. And I have watched the Keira Knightley movie like 1,000 bajillion times. And that's probably not even an exaggeration. So, oh my goodness, I didn't even realize. Okay, so let me read to you the back. The happily married Mr. Knightley and Emma are throwing a house party, bringing together distant relatives and new acquaintances, characters beloved by Jane Austen fans. Definitely not invited is Mr. Wickham, whose latest financial scheme has netted him an even broader array of enemies. As tempers flare and secrets are revealed, it's clear that everyone would be happier if Wickham got his comeuppance. Yet they're all shocked when Wickham turns up murdered, except of course the killer hidden in the mist. Nearly everyone at the house party is a suspect, so it falls to the 2 youngest guests to solve the mystery. Juliet Tilney, the smart and resourceful daughter of Catherine and Henry, who's eager for adventures beyond Northanger Abbey. And Jonathan Darcy, the Darcy's eldest son, whose adherence to propriety makes his father seem almost relaxed. In a tantalizing fusion of Jane Austen and Agatha Christie, the unlikely pair put aside their own poor first impressions and uncover the guilty party before an innocent person is sentenced to hang. So yeah, I think that's going to be really fun. So now it's just a matter of deciding what to read next. And I really want to read the books I already have. And the only ones that I will buy are the next Agatha Christie's. So I have the second May book to read, and I have the June book already here. It's called Murder in Mesopotamia. And then I have to read The Magpie Murders. And then I can move on to these ones. And I'm so excited because all of these books sound so good. So yeah. I feel like I need to get my library card back. And by back, I mean I have it. I'm pretty sure I have funds owing on it that I have to pay. And then I can start taking books out again, which I might have to do because it's getting expensive buying books all the time. And then you run out of room. So yeah. All right. So that is all. So that is all for me. I hope you enjoyed my rambling for the past 40 minutes. And yeah, that's it. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.